So how can you get a Rolodex full of influencers to help you grow your business? Well, I'm going to show you how in this video. Hi, I'm Victoria Gibson, and I'm bringing women together so they can make a bigger impact with their business and create success on their own terms. So, what does a Rolodex of influencers mean? Well, maybe people don't really have Rolodexes anymore, but you would have an address book or contact book online, right? Full of the people that you know, or maybe it's just your Facebook friends, right? Who can help you grow your business because they've already have large followings or they're influencers in your market, right? So they've already gathered large numbers of the people that you want to get to or know people who can. So why do you want to connect with influencers and what can they do for your business? Well, one of the biggest things they can do is give you massive exposure. They can also really drive your credibility and authority in your market and give you access to truckloads of people that you wouldn't normally be able to get yourself in such a short period of time. So it's definitely something worth pursuing. But how can you get them to stand up and take notice, or better still, recommend you? So when I started my business, I identified who the key influencers were in my market so I could reach out to them and see what possibilities there were for me to add value to them, and then trust that in turn that value could hopefully come back to me, and maybe some of their amazing success was going to rub off on me, and I was going to learn something from them at the end of the day, right? So I identified those people that I really, respected and admired, and really took a good look at their business. I took a look at the messages that they were putting out there, what kind of audience they had, follow them on social media, start liking and commenting and sharing their posts on social media, because they'll notice those things, right? So when you want to start a connection with someone that you don't know, particularly if that person's further ahead than you are, then you've got to think about the value that you can give to them rather than just jumping in and going, hey, would you promote my stuff? Or, hi, I've got a social media following. Do you, can you promote me? Or whatever it might be. Something like that isn't going to be that compelling to them, right? So how instead can you start reaching out to them so they, are more receptive to your invitations or connections, right? So what I did was just start interacting with them a bit on social media where I could, follow them, of course, like sign up to their lists, understand what they're out there promoting, and buy their programs. Be a client if you want as well. Just sort of get any kind of way to get in there and get noticed by them is excellent, because even buying their program, you might think, oh, well, then they're just going to think of me as a client. Can be a great way if you get into a program and really contribute in there. They're going to notice you in the group of buyers, right? You're going to stand out to them. And obviously if you have bought a program, they're probably going to be more helpful in helping you out. But think about, before you go and ask for something, what can you give to them first, okay? Is there something that you do that you can see that they haven't really got a handle on? Now, of course, we don't want to reach out and tell them they don't have a handle on whatever it is, the skill that you've got going. But if you've got something that you know that they might be interested in, there's nothing, to stop you from just reaching out in a non-weird, non-creeper, stalky way via, say, email or general social media to ask, or a social media message, I should say, to ask if they'd like some help or that you'd be happy to help them with XYZ. Be very specific and be very clear that it is an offer without any, any expectation, okay? That you just, so write that reason. This is just an offer. I really admire what you do. I'd love to do anything to help you in this area. If you're interested, please reply, and I'd be more than happy to go into it in more detail, right? A better way really is face-to-face, right? So if you can get to any events or workshops or speaking tours or whatever that they might be on, conferences, etc., then do that. You can get that specific where you're like, okay, well, I know they're going to be somewhere. How can I connect with them? And just even if it's just an introduction to begin with, you don't want to obviously meet them at a conference and then pitch everything that you're doing. You want to just establish a relationship. Are there people you know who know them too? That's where a conference or an event can work really well. So when I first started, I know that I was able to, start following some of these influencers, and by even just being in Marie Forleo's mastermind, she already had a group of influencers that she was friends with, and that then allowed me to be able to say, oh, hi, I'm in Marie's group. Even though I was her client, I could say to, influencers, oh yeah, well, I'm working with Marie, and they'd be like, oh, I love Marie, great, what are you doing? And just that one connection with Marie Forleo and getting her to understand my value and what I could do to help entrepreneurs grow their business, mainly through Facebook ad campaigns, led to her recommending me to, people like Danielle Laporte or someone like Lewis Howes. I was able to, start driving his social media following back in the day. So all of those people then in turn worked with me and then recommended me to other influencers. I think the key takeaways here is identify who the influencers are that you want to connect with. Research them back and front and understand how they could help you. But in keeping that in mind, first reach out to them with how you can help them. Then create a way to reach out that is cool. Don't be, what's one of those movies? I don't know which one. They're like, just be cool. Just be cool. Don't be, too fangirly or too crazy or too demanding or, anything that's going to come off as less than authentic. It's probably not going to serve you very well. So reach out with some value. Maybe you can create some content for them. Maybe you can do a service for them. Be aware that also, they probably get a lot of offers of people to do free stuff for them. And some people are going to say yes, but some people are kind of like not really into that either. So, make sure that you're really clear about what value you'd like to provide. Really, one of the best ways is to offer them, some content or some sort of contribution to their audience. Maybe it's a special offer or discount. Just something that's going to give them some value, right? And be prepared to follow that through to a T, establish your reputation, and keep the contact and the connection up, because it will reap you the rewards. So if you want to make a bigger impact with your business and learn more how to connect with influencers and grow your business fast, then like my Facebook page, head on over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, or go to victoriagibson.com where I share my best free stuff and resources. Until then, see you soon.